IndyCar stage. We've had a number of announcements already here today, and another great one coming. It's obviously not an unveiling because the news actually has already been distributed regarding Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing, and we'll learn more about that. But we're going to begin by bringing out the principals of our interview here today. Let's start with the 1986 Indy 500 winner and three-time champion Bobby Rahal. Bobby, of course, bringing lunch along with him. We also have the Senior Vice President of Marketing for Steak and Shake, Jim Flanagan, to join us here as well. And obviously you'll understand what we're going to be doing here today. Jim, great to have you with us here as well. He'll bring lunch out with him. So it's going to be a good afternoon for you guys. Let's start out, Bobby, with you. Obviously a big team announcement here today. The press release was circulated regarding the re-upping of the Steak and Steak sponsorship. I'll let you discuss this exciting announcement.
You hear me? Ah, there we go.
Bobby Rahal.
Now you do. Well, thank you. Yeah, Rob, it's a big day for us in announcing that Steak and Shake is going to come back and rejoin with us in the 2016 season. It was frankly about last year, I think February, March, when we got together with them. It happened very late, and I think they brought us luck because once they came on the car, all of a sudden, we started doing some pretty good things, and we're really pleased to have them back. Great company, great people, great products, I should say, and especially the milkshakes. And as I say, to bring a company like this into the sport, last year I think was a real success story for us, and to have them come back, we did a lot of great things together, and I think now with a little more time, we can do even better things. So we're looking forward to 2016.
Jim, let's move to you. What for Steak and Shake were some of the highlights of the 2015 season, and what can we see new for maybe 2016?
Sure. I'm not sure where to start. There were so many highlights. Obviously, the season itself was tremendous. I'm not sure we could have scripted it any better as our first year sponsoring IndyCar, but it was starting with just having two wins last year was great. One being in Mid-Ohio, obviously, was special given Bobby's history there. And having so many podium wins, that in and of itself was tremendous. But a lot of exciting activities that we did last year, some planned, not so planned. David Letterman, for those that saw it, handed out shakes every time Graham podium, so that was a real nice touch. Also, Graham did a couple things on his own that we just loved. He introduced a new fire suit design with the Steak and Shake server uniform, including the bow tie. So, and it was supposed to be shown for Indy 500 only, and I think all of our fans appreciated so much, and Graham got a kick out of wearing it that he wore it in a lot more races. Graham also came up with the new milkshake, and hopefully some of you in the crowd are enjoying one right now, but the chocolate shake with M&Ms, it's a Graham Rahal shake. I look for it in your local Steak and Shake. And it was nice because we're able to tie that into the Graham Rahal Foundation. Did some charity event with him, with Fight SMA and Nationwide Children's Hospital. So that was a nice touch as part of the season. And of course, lastly but not least, the fan engagement was tremendous. IndyCar fans are great, Steak and Shake fans are great, and we just had a lot of love for the season by us participating.
That's fantastic. Now Bobby, Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing was in the title fight, obviously, to the very finale of the season. What are your highlights of 2015? I know some of them obviously will probably mirror what Jim said, but what are your highlights of 2015, and what changes have you guys made for 2016?
Well, I don't even know where to start. Obviously, for me, seeing Graham drive like I always knew he could drive. We gave him a good car, brought some new engineers in who did a great job, and they clicked, and the whole team did a for a one-car team, really was kind of, Jack the Giant Killer. We were going up against Ganassi's 4 cars, Penske's cars, Michael's cars, and here we were, the little guy. And it was really kind of a fun, as I said, we kind of liked that position, to be the spoiler. But, obviously Mid-Ohio, he drove beautifully, Fontana. I was at Watkins Glen with the BMW team, and I couldn't even watch the TV. My heart was in my throat that whole race. But it was even a great 5th, best Honda all year pretty much, and that was a great accomplishment for us, I think. And 6 podiums, more than anybody. So I mean, when you say what's the one highlight, I don't know if there is one for us. I think the whole season was a highlight, and I think where we're starting for 16, we're so much further ahead than we were a year ago because everybody was pretty new together, the engineering and what have you, and so we start from a much higher place than we did a year ago, and I'm very much looking forward to the season. I think we're going to have a strong team again. I think Honda's doing a great job, and so we're anxious to get going. This sitting around, not doing much, it gets kind of boring. So we're anxious to get going.
Yeah, the countdown to St. Petersburg definitely on. Jim, back to you. The IndyCar fans really kind of stepped up for Steak and Shake. There was a real deep connection with the fans and, of course, the company and the restaurant itself. What is it about the team, Rahal Letterman Lanigan, and maybe the IndyCar series that appeals to Steak and Shake?
Well, I think it starts with the team itself. Obviously, Bobby being an icon of racing, David Letterman, icon of television, late night television, and then of course Graham Rahal, who represents our brand so well. Just a great guy, not only a great racer. So that was really, it was almost like a no-brainer. We're an Indianapolis-based company. Obviously, Dave's our native son, and Bobby and RLL are based here in Indiana, in Brownsburg. So it was just, it was a great connection, and glad we did it.
Fantastic. Bobby, this year's Indianapolis 500, of course, the 30th anniversary of your win back in 1986. That's obviously going to be a big thing. But given what Graham was able to do last year and the speed he's shown, what would it mean to you to see your son win that 500 and get himself on the Borg Warner, the 30th anniversary of your victory?
Well, if he wins, I think I'm going to quit. There's kind of some, I'm a betting man, and I'm not, but in this case I might be. Going to Vegas because he won his SCCA National Championship 30 years after I won mine. He won Mid-Ohio this year. That was 30 years after my first win at Mid-Ohio. So this is 30 years for Indy coming up. I think I'm gonna place a bet.
I think I will too. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, I think it's hard to tell. I mean, let's face it, it's going to be super competitive. But as I say, I'm real confident with what Honda's doing. And I'm very confident with what our team can do, and it's just going to be a matter of hopefully, if everything works our way that day, you never know. I mean, we might be able to do it.
One other exciting evolution for the team, of course, is it'll be a 2-car squad next year. It's going to be exciting for you to bring a new young driver into the fast of the team. Of course, the Indy Lights champion Spencer Pigot coming up to run with the team next year. What are your thoughts on Spencer and having that second driver to run with Graham?
Well, I've always been a big fan of Spencer's. Even starting from karting.
Yeah.
On up. I've known he and his dad for quite a few years, and Spencer, I thought, drove very, very intelligently last year to win the championship. There were some days he wasn't the best, but he managed to get the most out of it. And when he won when he had to at the last race.
Yeah.
I think having Spencer with us, he'll be with us for 3 races, for St. Pete, for Indy Grand Prix, and the 500, and we're trying to find sponsorship to run him in more races. I just like the way Spencer goes about his craft, and it's kind of, I think it fits our team very well. I think he fits our team very well, and I'm quite confident that he's going to do a very good job for us for those races that he does drive.
Guys, congratulations on the partnership again for this year, and good luck in 2016.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Folks, we'll have these gentlemen available for one-on-ones. You can talk to Bobby or Jim. Spencer Piggott is here as well if you'd like to talk to Spencer, who will be part of the team next year. Otherwise, this announcement is done here at the IndyCar stage. We have some more Mazda Road to Indy announcements coming throughout the afternoon. And again, thanks to of course, Bobby Rahal and Jim Flanagan from Steak and Shake for being part of today's announcement.